Hey everyone, your designers are here.
I'm Anita at Cedar Hill Farmhouse.
And I'm Yvonne at Stone Gable.
And I'm Kelly at My Soulful Home.
We have tips and tricks and decorating advice for you today. So let's get started.
This is episode 106, our best budget decorating ideas. And we do love doing things on a budget.
I'll tell you, I am good at that.
Yes,
I don't like the word budget, but
Yeah.
I really like to be thrifty and frugal.
I know you've always said that.
It's just a yucky word, budget.
Well, and here's
Maybe if
my
we said it with a
thinking.
French accent.
But you know, budget.
Budget, yeah. Yes.
Is it a budget chair? Oh, no, it's a budget chair. Here's the thing. Budget, to me, it connotes this restrictive feeling.
Well,
And
yes, of course.
Don't hem me in. But here's the thing, like repurpose, recreate,
Oh, now you're creative.
use, that sort of stuff. Like that's exciting, but that's what you're doing when you're being thrifty and frugal and all that stuff. Or, get the best buy. That sounds so much better than I'm on a budget. Or,
we're supposed to be these hunter-gatherers by, just who we are from ages and ages back. And I can tell that because I like to ferret out a sale. Ferret out the best price.
So is that some sort of evolutionary trait that you have?
No, it's more God-given. It's a gift.
Oh, okay.
It's
Right.
definitely
and
a gift.
occasionally scooping up acorns from the street also counts.
So here's the thing.
And branches.
I feel like if I'm doing this with a budgetary mind, and it doesn't mean that I don't buy expensive things, because Lord knows I do that.
Yes,
but
we do know.
I know, but I always try to find the best source and the cheapest price on whatever. And I feel like if I'm really careful about the budget on things, then maybe I can splurge on the things that are really important to me.
And it's a longevity thing for you too, Anita.
I do that. I do that quote unquote math in my head all the time. Well, if I spend this on this, but I'm saving on that, it's all a wash.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I can never come home and say, "Hey, Bobby, I just saved like $6,000 today." That doesn't fly in my house anymore.
No. But I will say my philosophy is I don't buy a lot of placeholders. And you know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
It's that
I
thing
do.
that you bought that you
Just
because you
until
didn't buy
you
the
get
more
the one you
expensive
want.
thing.
Right.
So when you don't buy the placeholders, you save money, and then you can buy the thing that you want later on, and you just leave that place spare.
But you just have to
excellent
really
philosophy.
think it through.
Do you know where I've just been?
Do
Well,
tell.
I do. I do.
Well, I think you both do, but I've been at Round Top at the antique show, and it is just one of my favorite things to do at Round
Weren't we
Top.
supposed to go with you? There
Yes,
was some
but
discussion of that.
I
That's
know.
on my
Uh-huh.
bucket, budget, whatever you want to call it list. I am going.
Well, I'm here. You come on and I'll take
Better,
it.
I think I'd be more suited for the one in the spring.
Well, right. And there is a winter show, but it's much smaller.
Oh,
much
okay.
smaller. So I don't know if I can recommend that one to
Okay.
you, because you're going to want to go see everything. But the thing about it is it's so fun. I go to the Compound, Blue Hills, Marburger, Texas Rose. Well, actually that one's I don't think they're doing that one anymore, but there's so many, the Arbor, there's so many venues there. It's really quite large.
And all these
amazing.
names are venues.
Yes, it's all at the
Oh.
Round Top Antique Show, and it goes on. It's about a 20-mile stretch of road that it's just backed. They're fields when the show isn't going on. Most
well,
of the
you
year
were
I
there
drive
for a specific purpose. Why don't you tell everyone why you were there?
to take pictures.
Yes, Anita Jean.
And don't
Here
you
to
write
take
for the Round
pictures.
Top Register?
I do. I have a column for them. Are you talking about my book? Is that what you're talking
Yes,
about?
I was talking about your book.
Yes. I'm doing a second edition of French Accents. So
We are so proud of you, girl.
You're so sweet. Thanks. Yeah. So and I mean, it's still selling now. I mean, you can still buy the first edition. It's still selling well, and it's got lots of great reviews, but so I'm kind of updating it. I'm doing a tutorial on how to make my long drop bedspread that everyone
Okay,
wants.
the book price is worth that tutorial. and this is not because I'm talking about the book. Anita knows this. I tell her this is my favorite bedspread of all time, and it has been for years.
Well, the book's not going to be out till the spring, but let me tell you something. For the tutorial, I used, and I show you I'm going to show exactly how to do it with drop cloth. I used 2 9x12 drop cloths. It was plenty fabric for the shams and the bedspread. And guess what? $40.
Wow.
$40. You can do it yourself.
You're going to see that bedspread on my master bed.
So, are you going to make it?
Yes, I told you it's my favorite in the whole world.
Oh my goodness. Oh, well, I'm so excited to get it to you. Okay.
Now,
all right.
Am I going to have
but
to
I'll
make
wait for the
too?
book.
No, we'll get you one. We'll get you an early copy.
That sounds good.
Both of you will get one.
Okay. So I was at an antique store the other day. I had to go out. I actually went and had to visit my friend Kate at Monrovia because they were giving away copies of my book
Hi,
on their
Kate.
Instagram.
Oh, I love
Kate.
Monrovia too.
And your book is called?
Oh, yeah. My Soulful Home in Year in Flowers. But anyway, that's why I was out in this area and I visited with Kate and we caught up and I signed the books and they're off to the winners. And so I'm driving home and like, I'm never really in this part of town. I wonder if there are any good thrift stores or antique stores. So I'm like literally Googling like Goodwill, with the town in it. And then I thought this cute little antique store. But you guys, I had the funniest little moment in there. I was the only person in there. I ended up with a couple of treasures, which I'm very pleased with. But there were 2 older ladies in there gabbing away. And they were like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, hey, can I park in the front? We had a little chat. And she's like, yeah, I don't think they're going to ticket you. And they were kind of being silly. And she was like, maybe, I don't know, And then I walk in and I'm looking and I'm, examining everything. They had so many things to look at. And I hear the one say to the other one, hey, what time is it? And she was like, oh, it's 4:28 or something. She's like, I better stop drinking.
I think that's the time you're supposed to start.
Oh my gosh. I guess she had to go home soon. Oh, it was so funny. Literally, I'm sure they heard me. I was in the back of the store, like going through this stack of white plates and platters, and I just burst out laughing.
That is so funny. Now, were they weren't the people like working the registers, were
yes, they were the 2 ladies working the register.
Oh my gosh.
It was so funny. Anyway, I'm going to go back. They were great.
I have a cute little story to tell too. This weekend we went down to DC to visit my kids, and as we're driving down 95, there was this big truck, and on it was a French Interiors.
Ooh.
Follow
that truck, Bobby.
Hijack that truck. And on the side of it had, I said, oh, look, their logo is a Bergère chair.
Oh.
And it went zipping past us. Bob said, now, you always talk about that. What is that? So we sped up so we can see the logo on the side of the truck to know what a Bergère chair is.
Oh, that's so funny. He needed a visual.
Yes, he
You
did.
should
And he
really
got
read
one.
our blogs. Come on, Bobby. Read mine and Anita's blog.
I know. Okay, so let's get back to our budget ideas.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry,
right?
we haven't talked in a week. This is why we're so
Okay, so I'm
chatty.
going to throw out the first one here so
Give
I
it
can
to
get
me.
one in
Give
here.
it to
All
me.
right.
Give it to me.
So here's an idea. So around Christmas time, it used to be after Christmas or after holidays, they put all the seasonal decor on sale. Now they really even do it before the actual holiday. Have you noticed?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. I don't
Right,
like
okay.
that. Okay.
Okay. Well, but then-
Really? I love it.
yeah, but you can get all these great deals that are
I
seasonal
guess.
things. Here's
guess.
the thing. A lot of these seasonal things I use year round. So
Like what?
okay, well, around
I
well,
hope
around
you're not
Easter-
committing cross holiday shop.
No.
no. Well, the lambs around Easter time. I
Oh,
love
the
having
lambs.
lambs out all year round.
Yeah, lambs are good all year round.
So I mean,
Are you
look,
saying LAMPS or LAMB?
lamb, like a sheep?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, the ba.
Mhm.
Yeah, those. Okay, and for example, angels. I love to have angels sitting out year round. And you
okay.
can get great deals on angels around Christmas time. So, and for example, at Christmas time, and sometimes they have seasonal things that really don't look so seasonal. For example, one time after Christmas, there was this beautiful little, it looks like this fancy, English greenhouse, only, it's only about 2 feet long,
Mhm.
but it was full of all this floral stuff for Christmas. And
Yeah.
it had the little corner kind of chipped. And it was marked down to nothing. Well, I ripped that Christmas stuff out and I stacked vintage dishes in it, painted the corner where it was chipped, and I use it year
There
round.
you go. There you go.
So, I mean, you just kind of have to keep an eye out and just say, could I use this year round? Because a lot of times you can.
That's a very good idea because
That's a good
even
point,
just
yes.
last year I got lanterns from a company that were decorated for fall. They had all kinds of fall gourds and berries and what have you in them, and then they had a big bow, big plaid bow. Well, after fall, I just took all the stuff out of it, and I use them
Yes.
all the time.
Well, sure, a lantern. You should be able to use that year round.
Mhm.
Just put
That's
different things in it.
exactly right. Mhm. Now, I have one that's a little bit of a, I was thinking more big projects, doing them on a budget.
Mm-hmm.
And that's been on my mind a lot. Our house is almost 23 years old. And we had, when we moved in, when we built it, we built a fireplace. And the millwork around it was fine. But at that time, I got green marble surround and a hearth. Well, that didn't stay in very long. So what am I going to do with this big dark green marble hearth and all this bright brass shiny inserts? So what I did, instead of having it all knocked out, I got brick veneers.
Oh, great idea.
And
Did you do it yet?
Oh, I've done it years ago. But we're
Oh,
thinking
okay.
about budget things, and I'm thinking, how many people have a fireplace surround that they just don't like?
Yeah,
You know
great
what?
idea.
And
There are
you,
so many bad or not even just dated fireplace surrounds. And
Yes.
you see that
and
everywhere.
hearths.
Or builder grade. It's just
Mhm.
like, ew.
And you
know?
don't have to get like the whole brick. You don't have to knock all that out. We just got the veneers. They're bricks and they were single. And we just, and they were like really thin, maybe not even a half an inch wide. And we just bricked that whole thing and did the same thing with our hearth. What a difference.
Wow. And then when you're using the veneer, it's not as much weight on your foundation.
And we saved ourselves a ton of money.
What a
And
great
can
idea.
you imagine knocking all that marble out?
No, I think that's a great
that would have been
idea.
such a huge job. And then what I did is I just taped everything up, took off what I could of the brass, spray painted it flat black with a spray paint that is heat proof,
Yes.
and put it back up, and it looks great.
Well,
And that
done,
was
Yvonne.
really
Yes.
that was a budget idea, but
Now,
little bigger one,
a
but
big
definitely
one,
a budget
yeah.
idea. Hmm.
Okay, so in the brick veneer, you can just buy that at any sort of supply store, right?
Well, I think we actually went to a stone
Like a stone
store.
place.
Yeah, but it was the whole project. Now we're talking our big open surround, which is pretty big, and a pretty big hearth for under $500.
Wow,
Nice.
Yeah,
that's a big difference. Whoa,
yeah,
whoa, whoa.
that really is. Yes, exactly.
Okay, I have a good budgetary idea that's on a smaller scale.
Mhm.
If you are looking for appliance handles and you find that the refrigerator and freezer handles are so expensive,
They're
Mhm.
ridiculous. Like
Yeah,
what are they made of inside that stainless steel?
$250, $350.
Mhm.
I mean, and then you think, oh, maybe I can get away with a smaller one, but you really can't because it looks silly because it's
Mhm.
such a big appliance. So I had this just moment of genius, dare I say. And, I mean, I don't want to tout my own horn here, but toot,
But-
I was
Toot.
I kept looking and looking, and I thought, I don't want to spend. I have two doors because my refrigerator and freezer are separate units, so I was going to have to spend $500 plus on these handles. It was killing me.
Oh, yeah.
So I got the safety bar handles that you would put inside a shower. If somebody was disabled
Stop
or
it.
elderly or something like
It
that. and
fit
they
on
just-
your refrigerator?
They fit perfectly.
And how did you?
Whoa.
They weren't the kind that like are suction cupped on.
Oh no, girlfriend! You imagine my times my girls would have suctioned those off.
But
No.
But I'm thinking,
No.
how did you find one
No,
that
they
fit
come-
you perfectly?
They don't come in unlacquered brass, but boo-hoo. So I did.
Did you
the
spray
oil-
paint them?
I did oil rubbed bronze, which looks great. I didn't want to mess with the spray painting because I think so many
Okay.
hands on them
Mhm,
all the
mhm,
time.
mhm.
And which
So-
color's your fridge? Is it stainless?
Well, no, I have a panel, so it's white.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And so they fit perfectly. They fit right on the trim. It
Oh,
just,
how
screws into
beautiful.
it.
How nice.
And they hold up to, on the packaging, they hold up to like, I don't know, 375 pounds or something like that. Even, if both my kids decided to swing on the door while they were looking for a snack, it wouldn't come off.
Wow.
And,
Yeah.
oh my
What
gosh.
how much was it? Do you remember?
Yes, I do. The ones I purchased were $21.99 each.
Whoa.
Oh,
Yes.
huge.
And I think you
huge.
can, because I got the oil rub bras.
That might be tip of the day.
It might be.
Tip of the day.
I'll call
They
it.
even
Ding, ding,
have-
ding, ding, ding. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
I'm so pleased. Thank you. I have a post on it, so I'll put that in there. But they have the brush nickel. They have the very a lot of the finishes that you would see typically in a bathroom, in a Home Depot or Lowe's. So you're not, like I said, you're not going to get the unlacquered brass or rose gold, but you can definitely get chrome. You can definitely get the brush
but
nickel.
you could spray paint them.
You could spray paint it too.
Great
You could spray paint
idea.
it. But yeah, that was a big savings.
Don't you just love a great recommendation from a friend? Well, we're delighted to be recommending these companies and their wonderful products to you today. And let them know your friends at DTT sent you. Go ahead, clean out your closet, then head straight to Quince. I love every item Quince offers, from wardrobe to decor. And I can really recommend their Ultra Stretch Super Wide Leg Pant at $49.90. The price is unbeatable, and the look is so flattering. It keeps you in on top and flares out of the bottom. Everything feels right with Quince. The price, the quality, and the sustainability. Quince offers a range of luxury wardrobe and home goods at prices within reach. And like Quince's clothing, their home goods are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices, along with premium fabrics and finishes. Once you've cleaned out your closet and refreshed with Quince, you can also add something to your home decor. So give your wardrobe and your home the refresh it needs with Quince. Go to quince.com/DTT to get free shipping and 365-day returns on your next order. That's Quince, QUINCE.com/DTT for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/DTT. And let me know how you love those pants. Pesto pork chops over Parmesan polenta. Not that easy to say, but oh so easy to make with Green Chef. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit company for eating well, and we have such a great deal for you. You're going to save $250. Listen on for the details on that. Green Chef makes eating well easy for any lifestyle, whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or just looking to eat more balanced meals. We're getting into the busy holiday season, so it's a perfect time to have Green Chef help you out. Let Green Chef take the work out of eating clean this holiday season with their chef-crafted, nutritionist-approved recipes featuring fresh ingredients and nothing artificial. And you know what? You don't have to lose track of your healthy eating habits during the holidays. Every Green Chef customer gets a free session with their registered dietitians who will walk you through how to make clean eating work for you. So sign up for your free session and start on the road towards better health today. And that deal I want to tell you about. Visit greenchef.com/DTT250 and use the code DTT250 for $250 off your order. So that's greenchef.com/DTT250 and use the code DTT250 for $250 off your order.
Here's another one. And also, I think this looks great. I love using vintage dishes, but here's the thing I want to add here is why I'm putting this tip in this particular episode is because so many people are getting rid of their dishes that
they're like
really,
china. They're good china.
Well, or just any kind of old dishes. They're just from estate sales, so they're just not priced very expensively at all, and they just look great in decor on the wall, on a shelf, stacked up under a cloche. A stack of bowls, stack of plates, cup and saucer, teapot. They just look great around your house, and they can be gotten for such a fantastic price these days. thrift store. You don't need a whole set of them, maybe just 4. Like we've said in another episode about setting your table, maybe you just need 4 salad plates.
Right. We did that in the fall table. Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. But, I like using these dishes around the, year round in different places. So I think that's a great decorating item for your home, are vintage dishes.
Oh, I couldn't agree more.
Okay. Here's a really cheesy, maybe even borderline cheesy one. Okay. Anita will like this one. Yvonne, I don't know. She might not like this because she didn't like the fact that we reused gift bags.
Oh, that's right. We got in trouble for that.
Okay. So say you get a nice card from someone. I mean, a lot of my cards.
I hope you're not going to reuse a card.
Listen to me. Stick with me.
Well, they're always signed. You can't.
Oh yeah, just right across the entire thing. No, I save a lot of my cards in my memento file. So if someone sends me a card and it's really special, I tuck it in there. But if it's just like a little thank you card, it has a little pretty picture on the front, and the person signs it on, if you opened it on the right hand side, so you can cut the front of it off, and then you can make little gift tags for the bags with it.
Oh, cute. Oh, now see, it's fine with me, but I don't know if it's going to pass Yvonne's.
But sometimes they're just too cute to throw away. You're like, darn it, that's such a cute little card. And so I save them, or I save little pieces of wrapping paper, and then I punch holes in them, and I have a little Ziploc, and I tuck them all in there. And if there's, here comes either a new bag or a gently used gift bag.
That's a wah-wah.
Oh my gosh. I have been noted as a very good gift wrapper.
So what are you supposed to do? All those gorgeous gift bags. You're just supposed to throw them away?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Really?
Wrap a gift.
Not if they're in good shape.
Wrap a gift.
Wrap a gift.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just going to riff off of what you're saying, Kelly. I think actually, I'm staring at it right now. I'd love to get a beautiful card. And a lot of them have like pieces of art on the front. You can get some that are maybe details of a bigger piece of art. And I frame them.
Yes, it's a good idea.
And they look so pretty because, you just need to tuck a little picture here or there. Oh, and I found one that I love. It's called You Are the Bee's Knees, and it's bees. It has a big bee on it. I mean, a cute bee, gold and black and white. And I have it in my kitchen because it just looks so cute with the colors.
That is so cute.
Mm-hmm. So
I just did that with
nice card.
Yeah, I did that with a piece of wallpaper.
I saw that. You had them in the frames.
But those are
that's something else.
Frames. No, this is just like a little frame that I was like, I don't have anything to go into that. And it was a wallpaper I wasn't going to use, but I really liked it. And so I just tucked it in the frame. It has a little bird on it and stuff.
I love that
super
idea.
Cute.
I'm actually sitting here looking at a Degas because I really love all of his ballerinas. Mm-hmm. And I'm sitting here looking at it was a card, and I have it in a big, heavy gilded frame. Just a small card, but it's a pretty big frame around it. And it's sitting in my office on one of my shelves, and it was from my good friend Donna. But I don't cut it apart. I save the whole card because then I'll have that card as well with the sentiment. And that is a really great budget.
So what about old pictures in gorgeous frames? You pop the thing out and just use the empty frame, hang it on the wall.
Love it. I got so many empty frames waiting for a wall. Yeah.
My daughter in DC, they have, it's called a Wordman style home. It's a townhome, and it's about 100 years old. And they had the, I don't know, sheetrock or something removed from it and exposed. They have brick wall on one side.
Oh, I love that.
And it goes down the stairs, and then the stairs go down into the basement, which was all finished. So it's so pretty. So down from the main floor down to the basement, which is, I shouldn't call it that. It's like an apartment now. It's all brick, and they have all these empty frames going down. And it is so pretty. And they have a couple of boxwood wreaths hung in a couple of them. Yeah, inexpensive and such a beautiful idea.
Oh, I love it. Hey, when if I go visit my mother-in-law, we'll have to coordinate, and then I can meet you in DC. She's just an Alexandria.
Oh, I'd love that. Well, I keep saying to Jackie, I really want to photograph your house. She and her husband are such good decorators. She's very artistic.
Yes.
I was really looking at big. I just actually did a post on my favorite Stone Gable home
We'll take
decor hacks.
any kind of budget ideas
Okay,
we
this
can
is
get.
big, but will save you tons and tons and tons and tons of money. Our house, when we built it, we built oak. We had oak stairs and oak banisters, and going down to the stairs and a landing, and then more stairs, and it was all oak. And it just, it can be quite overbearing. So we do not have the budget, or we didn't want to put money into getting all new banisters, or I'd love wrought iron, but that's not going to happen.
Gorgeous.
We just have other things to do. So instead, the spindles were already painted white. So we just repainted them white. We primed the banisters, and we painted them a very shiny black.
Oh, I love that look. So you're talking about the spindles or the handrails?
The handrails are black. The spindles are white. Okay. And then we took off the runner because our stairs were all oak, and we painted the risers white.
Oh, nice.
And that just broke it up enough that it doesn't look like this big oak staircase staring you in the face. It became very sophisticated. And I have to say it was a little bit of work because you're doing a lot of painting, but it was a very inexpensive fix.
Well, and that has a very dramatic difference. I mean, it's well worth the effort. That's a gorgeous
and I'll put that
look.
in the show notes. I just did that again on my favorite home decor hacks at Stone Gable. And that was probably one of my very favorite. And that was so inexpensive.
With the oak that you had, I mean, it has some sort of varnish on it. Did you have to get that off? Or
no, we just roughed it up
way?
A little and primed it, and then painted right over it.
And you're finding that you don't get chips or wear
once in a great while because it's used very hard and furniture comes up and down and bangs it. We'll get like a little something. We just touch it up once in a very great while. You use your My
Paint Saint and you fix it up.
Exactly.
Awesome. Oh, that's such a difference. We also painted the staircase here. We didn't have the golden oak. We had some mishmash of different old woods. And remember, I told you the gentleman had a runner on there with the cafe curtain rods holding the rug on. I mean, it was just, and what a dramatic difference. I know some people love the wood, and I love some wood tones as well, but my wood was not good wood, and it was not going to be pretty no matter what we did with it. And apparently the Victorians, if they didn't have a whole lot of money, they used wood that they expected. They did use paint grade wood.
Yes, so they did that a lot.
And everything was, I understood it to be everything in my house. All the wood was a dark forest green initially.
Oh.
Then he, being the gentleman who lived here for the 50 years before we did, removed all of that to get down to the wood. But it was orange and it was red and it was this kind of wood and that kind of wood.
Because they were going to paint over it. So what difference did it make?
It was like whatever was in the pile. We'll make that step out of whatever you got left over, and so it wasn't good.
Inevitably, with the new year come wellness goals. One very effective and easy to reach goal is to add Dose to your wellness regime. Dose is expertly formulated organic wellness shots that support your liver in one delicious drink. Formulated with ingredients clinically shown to support liver health. Potent turmeric, milk thistle, and ginger. There's 0 sugar and 0 calories. Did you know that your liver performs over 500 special functions? Since I learned all that my liver is doing, I started with Dose to support all those vital functions. I take a shot of refreshing Dose 2 times per week to combat everyday toxins from food, meds, alcohol, and unhealthy air. Since starting with Dose about a month ago, I am definitely feeling an overall improvement in my health. So if you want to give Dose a shot and invest in your health like I have, Dose is offering DTT listeners 15% off your first order, plus an additional 15% off if you subscribe for a monthly delivery. That's 30% off your first order. So go to dosedaily.co/DTT and use the code DTT. That's dosedaily.co.co/DTT and use the code DTT. Green Chef is a delicious delight any time of year, but especially during the holidays. What a wonderful vision to behold as the Green Chef boxes on your doorstep. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for eating well. And it makes eating well so easy with plans to fit every lifestyle, whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or just looking to eat a more balanced diet. So let Green Chef take the work out of eating clean this holiday season. And if you've got guests coming, shop Green Bundles. They're now available at the Green Market. It's your one-stop shop for nutritious grab-and-go breakfasts, including vegan options, brunch kits, wholesome lunches, ready-to-eat snacks, veggie sides, and more. You can feel your best this December and do your best with Green Chef because they offset 100% of the delivery emissions as well as 100% of the plastic in every box. Go to greenchef.com/60DTT and use the code 60DTT and get 60% off plus 20% off your next 2 months. greenchef.com/60DTT and use the code 60DTT to get 60% off plus 20% off your next 2 months.
Wow.
So don't be afraid to paint wood.
Wow.
It's okay. We're with you.
I've got another one. And again, it's more of a bigger, far sweeping. I love the look of heavy crown molding.
Yeah.
But that can get very expensive.
Yes.
And we have crown molding in a lot of our house, but the back of the house, and it's not bad. Our ceilings are just a little over 9 feet, and it's not real thin, but it's not like huge and thick. So what we did is we dropped from the crown molding, we dropped down 18 inches and just put a very fine strip of molding all the way around. And it just fools the eye. Now, some people paint all of that all the way down. Well, 18 inches is far too far to paint down. If we did it 6 inches and painted in between that space, that would be fine. But if you do that and you drop a piece down, it just brings your eye to it and it makes it look much bigger than it actually is.
Okay, let me just break this down so I understand. So you have your crown molding up at the ceiling.
And it's nice, but I love real heavy crown molding.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then so what? Am I understanding this right? So then you just dropped down those inches and it's just wall, and then you
right, exactly.
Then you kind of put like what would be a chair rail sort of thing, like.
Probably a little thinner than that. I mean, it's just
almost
thin,
like the
and then you painted all the color of the trim.
I painted it the same color as the trim,
so it looks like it's much bigger than it really. Oh, what a great idea!
And it really, it's just, and it's
smarty.
Yeah, and
I'm gonna ding you back.
Look.
It is. Yes,
willing
I'm
to
going to have
share.
to agree with that one.
Yeah,
it's
I'm willing to share,
and
it's even hand it over. That was really good.
It's so inexpensive, and it's such a custom look.
And please include this in the show notes.
Well, I will, because actually I'm going to put all my hacks in that I have today.
Good.
Okay. Perfect.
Well, on a couple of the episodes, we did get in trouble for not including all of the show notes that we mentioned we were going to include.
That might have been me.
We've got to
I'm getting better at it. Yeah.
Okay.
I have a real little one. Okay. Buy a really pretty glass, if you feel comfortable with that, or plastic that looks like glass soap dispenser, one with either no label or a really beautiful label, and use that hand soap and enjoy it for a while, and then refill it. With cheapy stuff, and just keep the dispenser.
Or you buy the refill containers of the Mrs. Myers or whatever. Yeah.
Yes. Because I bought the prettiest ones. Well, I kind of went crazy. I think I had my whole cart one day at TJ Maxx because
they have the best hand soap.
They do.
Because they have all these from France and Italy, and it doesn't have all those additives and everything in it. Yeah, I like buying them there.
It's good for you, but also the labels are so pretty. And,
yeah, they are.
And they have
I agree. That's where I buy mine too.
Yeah, in the gray tones, which works with my marble. So I my entire cart, I have like the giant bags of them in my basement ready to go.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I'm totally with you there.
So here's go ahead.
Well, I was going to say another thing that you can do that's really inexpensive to add to your house is I love all these vintage antique demijohn and antique bottles, which are hard to find and they can be expensive. So the thing is, now it's easier to find the reproductions out. And so I got a demijohn reproduction bottle at Target that looks great in decor.
I'm so glad you said that, Anita. Not everyone has an outlet locally for, I know you can get them on eBay and all that, but not everyone has that.
Right.
And I am such a proponent. If you like it, I like the look. I'm not going for this is worth like $600 because it's an original. I go more for the look when it comes to things like that. So if I can get the look at TJ Maxx or Home Goods or something, hey, I'm all for that.
Oh, no, yeah, definitely. No, I'm the same way.
And you will save a ton of money.
Well, and I have one of these bottles. I love it. So, and I have it next to the, antique one. So I think it's great. And another thing that I bought that kind of similar is some colored glass bottles. I think are really pretty in decor. And I found some, for example, at IKEA that are kind of a light green and they have dragonflies on them. And those are more like Coke bottle sizes. About 12 inches tall. And those are great. I use them for vases, empty, and just so many things. So I think the glass bottles are really an easy, and then clear ones. I mean, they're a great thing to add to your house and just add some style and panache, and they can be got for pretty cheaply.
I have another one on the getting the look. Everybody loves that look of the schoolhouse lights, the ceiling ones, the flush ones. Okay, so, and I've seen them for $425. I've seen them for $2 something. I've seen them for, $89. But I am here to tell you that if you go to a well-stocked hardware store that has a little lighting section, you can buy it separately. So you buy the glass and they still make that shape. It's, I think everybody understands the shape I'm talking about, that schoolhouse one. It's sort of round, but it kind of has a little peak to it. And then you buy the ring or the collar that attaches. It, has the metal circular thing and then the little tiny screws that hold the glass shade. And then an electrician or somebody with some electrical knowledge is able to make it, attach to your ceiling. And so the light works. You can get that combination for probably under $12.
So you buy the pieces separately.
Right. So they have things.
And it's the same thing.
Yeah. So
as the more expensive version.
It's exactly the same thing because it's that white, more sort of opaque. I think it's pretty much opaque. That white circular glass shade. And then you buy the separate collar. Sometimes you see, in like the lighting section of hardware stores, they might have the glass lights that you can just the shade.
Yeah, in case somebody would break one. Exactly.
Yeah. And they're always like $4.99, $6.99. And then the collar thing, I think is about $6.99 too. And you can get them in antique brass. You can get them in oil rubbed and you can get them in chrome.
Isn't that something? Yeah, that's a great budget decorating idea.
I have them in my studio where I am now, running down the center, and then I have 3 in my kitchen. And I think I have maybe 6 or 8 of them in my house all over, and I have one in the hallway upstairs. They probably all cost me a lot less than one.
Oh my!
Wow! Yeah, no, that's a steal.
Wow, good job. And another thing, we're talking about being in the hardware store, these barn doors, these sliding barn doors are so big right now. Well, you can get all the hardware yourself and put it together for like nothing.
Yes. Oh, yeah. And I think the hardware is less expensive now. It's more easily found.
Yes, it is. Very easily found.
Yeah, it's definitely come down from when we first put ours in, and that was only 2 years ago.
Yes.
I have a big thought for anytime you're going to make a large purchase from even an online retailer, a Wayfair or a Pottery Barn or something like that.
Hayneedle.
Hayneedle, any of these places, sure, if you're buying one chair or one rug, don't do this or don't expect to get something. But if you're buying a considerable number of things, just try that 1-800 number and see if they'll give you a discount. There is probably some promotion going on someplace that you may not know about, or the people that are on the phone have some authority, to do something, whether it's a customer service person or sometimes they say, well, I can't do that, but you can speak to my manager. And I am of the mind that it's always worth it to ask.
Okay.
Yeah,
I take back all the best tips. Ding, ding, ding. That's it. That is really
you all are sharing.
No, I really believe that because I think that is such a good idea, just to make sure that there's not a promotion going on or something that you have missed. And that's like throwing money out the window.
Yeah,
if you don't check.
And,
what a good idea.
Right. And and if you don't be embarrassed, think to yourself,
I'm never embarrassed.
Tips and tricks girls told me to do it. And, and if you're online, you're not even looking at the person and they don't care. That more than likely the customer service person wants to help you out, and so
just be pleasant, just be nice.
Exactly. Don't expect it, but just, say, hey, and I've got all these things in my cart. And I was just wondering if you had a special promotion or, since I'm buying in volume, in bulk, maybe you got, blank company would be willing to give me some sort of discount. And if you are successful in that, I have never
thought about doing
me
that.
know.
But guess what? I'm going to start doing that. So smart. So smart.
So, well, you guys, we went way over today.
I know. Thanks for hanging in there with us, everyone.
So fun. Such a fun day. Yeah. So I'm really
we could talk about budget decorating ideas all day, couldn't we?
Yeah, we really could. Mm-hmm. I'm sure we'll have another one of these in the next couple of months when we'll come up with some more ideas. And until then, we want you to remember that we are here to inspire you to create a beautiful home. And until next time.
Hey there. If you're loving our podcast like we're loving our podcast, we would love you to rate and review us. Head to iTunes to do that. It's easy and it would mean so much to us.